I gotta say, I love how this holster can fit both weapons easily without looking bad. Like, that's amazing. Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures and free them from their plastic and cardboard prisons. I know, like the rest of y'all, just finished watching Andor, great TV series, and I needed a figure to celebrate. Found this guy at Ross for $5.99, so definitely had to pick him up. Let's take him to the table and see if he's as good as he was in the show. Alright, so we have Cassian over here. Now, this is a simple box for the most part. It's my favorite Black Series box, and I would say Hasbro style boxes. I love a simple square box. It makes it easier if you want to stack it up. But here at the YKB, we don't care about boxes. Legalese, words I don't care about, a bigger picture of the thing, an open box concept. It looks good, but it's not what's important to me. So, let's open up Cassian. Don't you just love finding figures at Ross for those super clearance prices? There's Cassian. All his glory. All his accessories. Alright, so we got Cassian standing up. Had to put him on a stand because those feet are tiny. Let's get a little closer. Now look at himself. He looks pretty good. It looks okay-ish. It looks close enough to, what is his name, Daniel Lua, that it works. But the one thing I do gotta say is he feels short. I don't like when the Black Series goes for those legs, those arm legs things that they do. You can see. But, you know, he kind of feels tiny. I hope he's not too small. But then again, Black Series is kind of scaled to 6 inch. True 6 inch. But besides that, he looks good. Looks like the character. Let's get into the accessories. Alright, so Andor comes with 2 accessories. 1 blaster, 2 blasters. That's kind of it. I'm not familiar with the names, or else I would tell you. They look good though, and for the most part, they're pretty solid plastic like this one is. This is a little bit gummy, but it's not crazy. It's not like other Hasbro weapons. Alright, let's equip his accessories real fast. There's one, and I guess he has the hold number 2. I was really hoping you could stick that somewhere, hide that somewhere, but you can't. And he only has one hand too, so he's only holding one weapon. So, maybe that's why he went to Ross. People want him to have more holsters. Just coming back from the future here, I gotta say, I love how this holster can fit both weapons easily without looking bad. Like, that's amazing. Well, now that we're done with that, let's take this off. And let's see his articulation. T-pose. Head moves around okay-ish. The top part of the head gets a little bit boggled down because the neck is really long, but it works. You can get him in all the poses you need him to be in. Single jointed elbows, Kind of looks terrible because I do never like when they do that overlapping thing. This can go all the way around. He does have a butterfly joint though, so you can see it right there. A single ball joint at the hip. Ooh. Maybe I can? No, can't get a split. I was trying to. Wrist is a hinge over here, and a hinge up and down over here, so his blasting hand can aim all properly, and his gripping hand curves in for some reason. It works, but it's just weird. His leg kicks up that high, and like the same issue we have with the arms, we have with the legs. The legs are a little bit better, because it gets hit in a little bit more, but it's still, I don't know, it's an ugly joint. Really feels like that was an arm. There is no thigh swivel. There's boot swivel though, so that works. And standard ankle rocker. So, Andor Cassian works. Does look pretty good though. I'm trying to get Andor to stand up straight, but I don't know, maybe these legs aren't made evenly, because for some odd reason I cannot get him just to stand up. Definitely need to bring this stand back out, which I didn't want to use, because I want to get into his height. Maybe that will work for right now. He is true 6-inch scale, which is fine. And from side to side, he's about 2 inches. So, what is a Star Wars protagonist without his favorite trusty steed? Now, I know y'all watched Andor, so I don't have B. At least not yet. I will get him. But, I have K2SO. Did a whole other review on him way earlier. Check that out in the link below. But for the most part, I still feel, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's okay. I don't know, feels still a little bit small to me, but K2SO is supposed to be a giant in comparison to all these other figures. Or a giant in compared to normal sized people anyway. So I think for the most part, it works. They look good with each other too. I wish they had a little bit more time in the TV show. Alright, so after a while, I finally got Andor standing up semi-straight, which is fine, because I'm going to try to see how he scales with other figures from other lines. And here's just K2SO for reference. There's McFarlane Spawn. There's a NECA Turtle. SH Figure Arts. Loyal Subjects. Ang. Marvel Legends. G.I. Joe Classified Series. And this is kind of what I was afraid of. I kind of wanted Andor to be right around the size of Stalker. Maybe a little bit shorter. But, I don't know. You can clearly see that they're out of scale. And for anybody who wanted, I like to have generic people in the background, Andor's just going to look too small. which is a little bit upsetting. And Star Wars Black Series, Failure Mall. I feel like Andor's bigger than him, though. I don't know. I just feel like he's a little bit too short, but, you know, what can you say? That's the scale. And I can't complain about something that's the line standard. That is the line standard. Alright. So what am I going to say about this Andor? Other than, I think it looks good as a representation of the character. It looks pretty good. It very much screams that, hey, I'm your Han Solo lookalike. But, I don't know. I'm happy to have Cassian in the collection. Now, if this was before Andor, would I pick this guy up? Probably not. I think they did a pretty good job on the lookalike. The jacket looks amazing. The face looks... It looks close enough to him that it works, but it does feel a little bit cartoony. Just a little bit. Not a crazy amount, but, you know, you can mix it up with your Clone Wars display. I really am happy to have this figure in the collection. And I don't understand why there's two blasters if there's only one holster. It's weird to me. But for more reviews, hopefully better than this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Grab this figure before it sells out. You know, those Ross figures, they go out fast.